Jen and I have been chatting, and she said, so she announced, Colleen, that she was writing a sequel. I think it was in February 2022. It came out like in October 2022. And exactly at this time, Sony was partnering with JB. In Sony's contract with JB, one of the conditions was that Sony had the choice over who was going to play Lily or something like that. Or, they would have a strong say about it. I don't know. That is alleged. I need to go check. But she's right. I checked the timeline of events and I will show you in a minute. But let me show you this one part of a deposition from Colleen Hoover. Listen to what it says. Blake and I, Isabella, were getting a lot of online hate, and I felt like Justin was posting things. This is about like that article that I told you about, that on the rap or something. It was so damaging for Colleen. She like that was like the one thing that she was so pissed about. I felt like Justin was posting things, and all the comments were on it how great he is for talking about domestic violence and all this stuff while we were silent about it. And this article in particular was very damaging for me because it made it look like I should have, not that I should have written the ending differently, but that he chose to change the ending. Well, yeah, he should. He can. He bought the rights to the movie, right? But I knew that wasn't true because after I written the book too, we had many conversations about a potential second movie. And in order for there to be a second movie, he would still be a part of Lily and the child's life. No, not really. You don't need to. Like, you can have the second movie or the second book about, like, a story about, like, how Lily overcame. And, like, even have Atlas if you wanted to. Like, a romantic story. But about, like, surviving and thriving. Not freaking having your psychotic ex that freaking hit you and allegedly raped you stick around and have keys to your apartment. Like, what is wrong with you? See, Colleen was like, you're the right person to make this movie. Colleen going like suggesting Ryle, for him to play Ryle in April 2019, years before Blake Lively was a thing. But come Deposition Day, she forgets. Oh, I can't recall. In September 16, 2022, Baldoni connects with a representative for the nonprofit organization No More. That was a whole month before book 2 came out. Because Baldoni was exactly right. He's like, I don't want to open up a can of worms and have a conversation about, should a man like Ryle be allowed to co-parent? The director also leaned on actual statistics to bolster that decision. Colleen wanted Ryle in it. I don't know why. She could have written that second book without Ryle in it, making it part of like history, making it such a like a survivor, and thriving message. But no, angry dude sticks around with a woman that should have like been safe at this point, like consistently being unsafe throughout the book, meaning in unsafe situations. Colleen Hoover's deposition is so telling though, because Colleen herself pinpoints the marketing being the issue. Herself not facing, like, although she has been criticized before, she never experienced backlash like now, like, because of the marketing. She says, did you experience, somebody is asking, did you experience that yourself prior to the premiere on August 6th? No, it was pretty sudden and shocking, to be honest. I experience negative stuff online all the time, but if you're referring to, like the negative commentary regarding the marketing and all that stuff, that was all new. Retaliation, my butt. Protected activity, my butt. You have to crisis PR manage this stuff. Their tone deaf stuff. It was an uphill battle, and this is why I'm like not sure why she wasn't sued. Writes the most tone deaf sequel that she could have written. Baldoni didn't even want to direct the sequel. He was like, no, Blake, that's you, not me. That's you. You should direct the sequel. I seriously think that he was being sarcastic. But who knows? Anyway, back to Jen. Think about it, guys. 2019, he joins WME around the same time that he's like uh optioning It Ends With Us, like, right, getting the rights from Colleen. WME finds out. Obviously, the word spreads. The Reynoldses find out. What if they were like, bet this is the way back for Blake Lively, like around 2020, let's say, because she had her premiere, it tanked, she blamed COVID, but no, she like destroyed Barbara Broccoli's IP, basically tainted it. So the Reynoldses were like, bet this is it. Sony signs up, right? Like around September 2022. October 2022, second book is out. December 2022, Blake Lively's announced that she's attached to this crap. Like a leech, in my opinion. Right before or around that time, lawsuit number 1 comes in for copyright infringement, 5 feet apart. Lawsuit number 2 for discrimination against Wayfarer, right? Trying to establish pervasive behavior or whatever. I mean, they're getting like battles from each front. Even now, they're being accused by Alexa Nicholas. They're not the first. Wayfarer's not the first. The same pattern, in my opinion, allegedly happened with, I feel like Lionsgate, in my opinion, it's all my imagination, but I imagined Lionsgate putting pressure on Lakeshore, them finding a clause to be able to kick Steve Golin out. The same day that Blake Lively was announced to be attached to Age of Adeline, same day that Steve Golin submitted like a lawsuit. Why? Because he was kicked out by a clause in his contract. Much the same as like whenever like Sony negotiated with Baldoni. Baldoni wanted the rights to the final cut and they said no dice. They changed it to where like, you keep the right, but Bake Off. I'm sure that they explained to Baldoni, in my opinion, allegedly, that, it wouldn't come to that. He would test high enough and then there was no reason for a Bake Off. However, they used that clause in the contract, didn't they? And yet somehow, Blake Lively is directing. Got it. Blake Lively literally requested a booklet, so instructions, and the keys to the kingdom to be able to accomplish this from Sony. And it's the same MO, guys. How long has Wesley Snipes been in litigation with the IRS? How long was Rick Fedek in litigation? You know what IP was worth it? The rhythm section. This IP, as in Colleen Hoover's trashy novel, zero respect for this. They went to great lengths, in my opinion, allegedly, to ruin so many lives for the crappiest crap that has ever existed and been written. Okay, maybe there are worse ones, but this is close.